Greetings, blessings, salutations once again. Welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott, and pretty sure it's Monday afternoon. The link for the panel has already been pinned for those who wish to join. Topic today I want to discuss is peace, gratitude, and joy. And for those who are familiar with me, those who are not, those who may be just tuning in, um, you know, I'm just here to share me, Jack Talcott, just a regular guy who spends a lot of time alone and deep in thought, or alone and in deep thought. I spend a lot of time learning, contemplating, meditating, praying, and I feel good. So today, brothers and sisters, thank you. Thank you to all those who have already popped in, made their light shined. Uh, Thank you. Trying to remember names as they're coming up. And amen. The future. The future is where, I don't know, the future is where all things are. And yet the future is right now. I don't mean to get into the the word solid so quickly. So here's where I'm coming from today. God bless. OTW, I love you too, man. I love you all. The all. Because the all, man, the all is love. It's God. It's information. It's newness. It is peace. Well, there is peace to be found within every moment, and that's what I've been training myself. Chuck, buddy. Chuck's so high. I am high on life, man. I never thought that was possible, but it really is true. How do you get high on life? You fill yourself with joy, with gratitude, with exciting imaginations that make you fill you with anticipation and excitement for what might be. That's not life. Everyone thinks they know, man. But how do you think you know? You don't know. We only think. Man, I love you guys. Hey, but here's the point. Peace. When you come to a place of peace, of stillness, and just generally accept that peace would be the absence of conflicts, the absence of stress and worry. So if you can allow yourself to experience peace just for a moment, the moment of now, take that breath and enjoy that moment of peace, and there's your reason for gratitude. And man, you start finding reasons to be grateful. You create a happy life for yourself. And this is what I've been training myself to is, I stumbled upon and I recognized the joys of conservation. Right? When you conserve and when you do act responsibly, and you know, whether it is or not a thing, I pay attention to my water usage, the chemicals that are going into the ground or into the faucet, the chemicals going into my body. I pay attention. And when I recognize that I'm doing my small part in my life to reduce my trash, my consumption, I feel better about myself. And so the joys of conservation. And then my life brought me to real humility, right? My life savings disappeared, the paycheck, the job, all that stuff disappeared. So found myself feeling quite alone. The world's pretty big, man. The world is a big place. There's a lot of people out there. When you're alone, there's a lot you got to do for yourself in order to maintain comfort and safety and appearances. Oh yeah, and health. Um, oh, I saw this chat coming up. It's a little slow here. Have you seen the smoke from the fires near Spokane? It's pretty thick. Yeah. And I started considering that this morning because looking outside, uh, yeah, there's a number of fires that are pretty close to my residence. Not close, but where the smoke and stuff is floating in. And the other night, I mean, it was so thick, the smoke did wake me up. I woke from my sleep. And this morning, that's what I was thinking about too. You know, I can feel the difference in my lungs. Not to mention, I still smoke cannabis often. But with the extra smoke in the air, I noticed in my lungs a difference today and got me to really thinking about the miraculousness of these bodies that we've been given, how they will cleanse themselves. They'll try and work against the contaminants that can't be avoided. I mean, there's steps can be taken, but excuse me. Flow state. Fuck, oh dear. I use my landfill waste by throwing cups and candy wrappers out the car window. Anything. I, I know, I know you're joking, but that's pretty funny. That's the mindset I remember having as a kid, man. Throwing shit out the window, thinking, there's people who pick this stuff up. God, humans can be so dumb. And as a matter of fact, the body can't fix stupid. I'm gonna play the opposition on that and say the body can fix stupid. When you look at the body as a collective, the body of family, the body of community, the body of love. The body can fix stupid, but you're right. You know, people make the stupid choices, and that's we counteract our bodies. Um, I don't know. You know, the thing I realized though is when I practice, just being still, letting the world be the world, letting everyone else be who they are, just I don't care. When I bring myself into a stillness of now, it's easier to find things to be grateful for. And I am dead serious about, I mean, it's just it's obvious logic is what it is. If you make a commitment to yourself to find more gratitude, your life is going to improve. And as you're looking for more gratitude with honesty, you're going to look at the bad things in your life that you've just accepted. The things that cause you to be unhappy, to be unsatisfied. But life is it's a peculiar opportunity. And for whatever reason, brothers and sisters, for whatever reason, life and history has been what it's been, and it brought us all to today. And I'm just a simple guy, Jack Talcott. Um, but I'm here as a man of peace, hoping to share peace with anyone who tunes in now or later, so that within you, your experience, your perspective on this world, you can find peace for yourself, and you can find some gratitude, and you can find some joy, and recognize that this is our opportunity together. This is our opportunity together to end wars in the now. I mean, I've been watching, I do pay attention to the news, and I don't know what is real and what is good or what is bad, to be quite honest. But it looks, there's a lot of political unrest in South America, well, throughout the world. But I'm seeing people coming together, standing up together, whether they're right or whether they're wrong. More people are standing up. And it may be a necessity for many, but for those who can find peace and gratitude and joy in our lives, for those of us who are blessed to be in safety and comfort, what can we do? I know there's solutions. I know there is answers. There's opportunities for us to do more. I mean, there's so many families dealing with loss of home, loss of comfort, loss of safety, shelter, security. And they're lost, these in this economic and political structure that we've been existing with. It keeps everyone divided. So all of those families have become dependent upon either the mercy of the world, the kindness of strangers, or to these to these corrupted systems of insurance and government support. Brothers and sisters, man. Hey, this is what I'm trying to do, brother, sister, whoever the CIA might be. Just share your peace with the world, Jack. Job complete. That is my intentions. And all of you, should you choose to be, you can be a part of that. Trying to share the ideas and the perspectives of peace. Hopefully you can receive some from me. And don't credit me, just take the credit for yourself. Here's some peace within me. Let me offer some to you, whoever the you might be that you run into. When we stop seeing ourselves as alone in the world, we feel a part of it. We feel like we are a part of it. And it's an interesting paradox, but if you think about what I'm saying, if you detach yourself from the world and just become grateful that you know of it, you can love the world and you can love yourself as you grow and participate in it, in the world. It's all a stage, it's all an act, it's an unfolding of time that our Creator, our one God, our one Creator, the Most High, that God is allowing us to know ourselves, to know what we believe, what we think, what we feel. That God is the one we all share. And that God, that Creator, the rules and forces of the creation, the process of creation, those have been known. They've been shared actually very publicly and very openly. Yet, by God's design, man, this human mind, it's capable of confusion as well as the many other wonderful things But this world, our egoic mind, that is the only place where confusion exists, where fear exists, is in our egoic mind. Praise God. Enjoy, man. Hey, expand your mind and allow these concepts, right, to float within, and please consider allowing your perspective on you and the world to change. What is wrong with change? Change is not painful. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. And life, yeah, suffering is a part of life. So what? It happens. Get over it. I mean, shit. That's what I convinced myself, you know? So you got some feelings. So what? Congratulations. Means you're alive. Now, what can we do to feel better? What makes us feel better, man, is gratitude. And when we bring ourselves into a state of peace, and actually, I don't remember who, someone I recognized. I think it's unrelated to this. I think it was a messenger group I may have been a part of, but someone was dealing with quite a bit of pain. And pain is a tough one to deal with, but it is a great opportunity to test your mind. When you are in pain, it's a great opportunity to bring yourself into the moment, into the now, into the presence, emotional pain, mental confusion or heartbreak or even physical pain. It's an opportunity to test your mind, to bring yourself into the immediacy of now. And in the immediacy of now, you can recognize that the pain is from the past. It's a sensation that's being remembered. So if you can allow yourself to bring your awareness into the immediacy of now and distract your mind from the pain into an experience of pleasure. Because pleasure can be found, whether it's physically, even in a state of pain, you can find a place within yourself that doesn't hurt. And then when you find that place that doesn't hurt, you can feel good about that discovery, right? Because when we find pain, emotional, mental, physical pain, when we find those pains, it's like our mind will just latch onto it and it becomes, tunnel vision, cannot look away, cannot feel away. No other thing exists except the heartache or the stub toe or whatever it is. It's an opportunity. It's a test for you to grow as you, to overcome the discomfort that life has brought to you. And when you can bring yourself into the immediacy of now and find just a little bit of pleasure or a break from the pain in your awareness, recognize it. Good job. Give yourself a little reason to feel good. And from a place of gratitude, just expand that, practice that. The pain may exist. It still exists. The loss, the hurt, it's still there, but it does not have to consume you. OTW, I love you, brother. I'm slightly retarded, Jack. How do I fix that? The first step is admission. So congratulations. You're halfway there. Second step is simply to surrender from your confusion. Let it go. And then just focus on right now paying attention to the good parts of you that are not, that have developed in stronger ways. And as you focus on the strength within you, you can recognize the other foolishness and the other past mistakes can be lessons that can be grown on. And our weaknesses, that's all they are. They're a weakness. It's an opportunity to strengthen. Whether it's our physical body, our mental capacities, or our emotional strength as well. That one, this is like Studio 54 vibe going on. Yeah, I'm comfy, man. I am feeling good. And I like feeling good. Excuse me. Flo, your comments, sometimes I know you're joking, and sometimes I don't pay attention to what it's all going on there. There's no one inside, outside of a body that can feel better, not feel better. There's just energy, bodies, doing, being, sensing, feeling, living. Everything everyone believes they are is a thought. Amen, Lori. Amen. Um, see, many of us are getting it. Life is, it's far more mystical than many of us have accepted. And it's actually, I truly believe life is far more simple, especially now in this day and time with the technologies, resources, public services that are available. Life right now could be incredibly simple. Because when you come from a state of peace, from a state of gratitude, from a state of joy, you're less likely to be offended. You're less likely to bring up or repeat conflicts and disagreements. And you'll want to keep the peace and share the gratitude, share the joy, and then life, man, it is just happening. It's just life living itself. Lori, I love this and I thank you. This morning I had some doubts in my head, wondering, am I making the right choices for what I'm doing with my resources, with my time, with my energy? Am I doing right? Lori, I'm praying I'm not just making excuses. You know, I try to be pretty mindful and challenge my choices, but that was a conclusion I came to. He said, right or wrong, praise God. Thank you, Lord, for bringing me to now, here and now, as I am, where I am. Thank you. And it really is. Blessings, Queen of Swords. Thank you, man. I just need to change my thoughts about the sensations of pain. I'm saying it as though it's simple, which it is, right? Anything is simple once we convince our minds that we can. And then once we learn how, at first it's not simple. At first it is challenging and we forget, we make mistakes in whatever we're doing. But there comes a point where it's within us and we know how to do it. And it does just happen without effort. So changing our thoughts, pain is a very challenging teacher. I've been blessed that my pains have been pretty insignificant or short-lived, but hey, golly geez, much preach. Thank you for your persistence and discovery. I appreciate you checking it out. These lives, man, everything is it, Jack. Everything you think, feel, do, etc. It's life living itself or God living in as through bodies. Our me is made up of thoughts that me sense will drop away. Well, well, well stated, well shared. I mean, golly geez, man, these lives, brothers and sisters, when I come on, when I join and share myself, open the panel for conversations, when I do this, I have told myself that it is sharing value, that people are receiving and resonating with what I'm offering. Because of that encouragement, because of those confirmations, and God bless, there are people who are clearly sharing support with me behind the scenes and on. I think we're making a difference. And along those lines, here's a man I admire from far away. Welcome, London. Good to see you, brother.
Peace, Jack. Mic check, mic check.
You sound beautiful.
Thank God, finally. Finally. I decided to play away from home and my audio seems to be okay. So that's off to a good start. Off to a good start.
Amen, brother. Um, so this much how pleasurable life can be when everything falls into place. Amen. Literally pleasure inducing because it feels getting it right feels good. This is what I've been learning for myself, much preach. So welcome. God bless. Glad you found us. Um and OTW, please. I'm a useless eater, Jack. Is there a way to become a useful eater? Always. Number one, I would say be honest, compassionate, and critical. But those three all need to be there. Some compassion in our self judgment. You're not useless eater. No, I don't know of many who. I don't see you as a useless eater. And so a useful eater is simply one who shares to the world. So if we can find ways to share more with the world, more good, more love, more light. Welcome, Maluma Tommy.
Jack, we are in a rare time sensitive event. Paul is stalled. Most of his people are here. He's long overdue for his start time. His mic is screwing up because he spent all morning slandering the one true God. You should review Truth or Flop, my newest masterpiece. It shows why he's shook.
Is that what you I saw you posted something earlier. I did not get a chance to check it out. Is that what you're
No
referring?
better time than the present. It's safe for you, Jack.
How long is it?
3 minutes, and it's got a lot of sweet jams after a little bit of truth that hits hard, and then sweet jams. We do it different over here.
Um
Me do it different. Not
I'm,
Z, Hitler.
I'm hold on. Truth or flop? Oh my
Boom.
goodness.
Nice thumbnail, eh?
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, you know what? Let me do it that way.
Dude,
So
Wiz is still on Paul's waiting screen, just chatting away at me like a broken hoe. I still see it streaming while I'm over here. I
please,
got
Tom.
all
Hey,
kinds of groups on the run.
all right,
Praise be to God.
okay, I do like the truth or flop thumbnail.
I got it.
Um yeah. New premiere from Illumitami. Here, I'll drop the link in the chat as this is going too. Here we
Nice
go.
to see you're operating without false producers.
Sorry. And it sped up. Let's try that again.
I got it. Hoax War is my bitch and host. You can go back and let them all know that, right? I was coming here because I'm the agent of Hoax War. He told me to speak to you guys. They soon. I don't know who you are. Somebody just sent me the link. Somebody randomly sent me the link at Discord. You idiot.
This guy's in so much legal shit, and he's just digging himself a deeper hole.
Yeah, so Paul and Hoax Wars, dude, what happened? They were saying that basically you're in legal trouble for doxing them. Hoax Wars is a credible source. Hoax Wars is a credible source. Hoax Wars is a credible source.
And for anyone who doesn't know who Paul Enslaved is, you might remember Illumitami, frequent guest, beloved, friend of the community, a member of the Hoax War family, is Illumitami. Illumitami once referred to his final boss as being a guy named Paul
Shout to
Enslaved.
Jack.
That's this guy. This is the final boss. And now he's talking to a Hoax War agent. We would be remiss if we didn't warn the others about the things that we see,
Breaking release coming. Illumitami exposed Hoax War. Sleeper cell agent activated. Acknowledges lifelong Christianity, beast system insanity.
Let's go. It feels so good to have a perfect song. It feels so good to be in total control. It feels so good to have a perfect song.
Oh, what's the matter? London Man ain't dancing?
There were spotlights flying through the sky from a winter.
Run, London Man, run! London Bridge is falling down.
In the clouds, no future Batman, not before Christmas, not very likely. 100 million.
It's coming, Jack. Wait for that drop.
It feels so good to have a perfect song. It feels so good to be in total control.
Get out your seat. Get up out your seat.
Perfect song. It feels so good to be in total control. It's so convincing, but something's missing. The sun is kissing my face and erasing my doubts. I'm going out with the bang.
This should keep your panel Paul free today.
Said no one.
Where did London Man go?
He may have just dropped out. I don't know, brother.
No, he ran. He's
that-
been hating on me in the emails. I wasn't trans enough for ladies' night. Z was, though. And Tony, they were both trans enough for ladies' night.
It doesn't matter, man. They had some cool discussions. I listened for a little bit, but then I moved on.
Hey, I have a lot of cool stuff that is also fictitious. Sometimes the truth is just boring.
But most times, dude, the truth is overlooked. And the truth
exactly.
is fascinating.
And then whenever you illuminate with truth, they start running for the shadows.
Many do. I've
Yep.
noticed that. Well, and they show their shadows. People show their darkness when the truth is, the light of truth is offered. Holy cows, man. These humans they're friggin' fascinating.
And then in the upside down, in the backwards world, when we say God would be dog, I cast a shadow in the summer for my dog when we must stop at a crosswalk or something. And Colorado's hard on a black dog. So he takes in that sun harder. And so I must cast that shadow. It's heavy, ain't it?
Well, I've seen many people placing these burdens upon themselves of what they feel they must do in the world. I mean, and a great example is Paul. He says this is what he must do and how he must be, and everyone else must be and must do. It's a bunch of nonsense, man. I mean, who was that was commenting earlier for me? Golly geez, I should have paid attention to the names.
I've said the
No.
same thing to Paul, to Manel, to anyone that's saying we need to. It's like, stay off my freedom, like my free willed path. Like, yes, it would be nice if we all did, but that's not what we're here for, unless it is.
Well, it's just life living itself. That's the thing. We're just a part of life living itself. So just because we learn something doesn't mean we have to have an opinion. And
but the feasting of the tree of knowledge is what kind of does. Because to not have an opinion is still choosing that opinion.
True. But opinions are thoughts. Thoughts are things. Things come and go. I love this.
Yes,
Show
sir.
nothing but pure love to someone and watch the demons come out. I have, and there are plenty of records.
And go ahead, you can let OTW be hard on himself.
Hey, shut the fuck
Because
up for a minute,
I was
OTW.
trying to
Tommy,
give
yeah,
Brian
you maybe Tommy.
O'Shea real time.
I want to say something right now,
advice
and I don't
today.
care.
Oh, I'm sorry. You've been kicking
Hi,
me
Jack.
and muting me on your panel all morning for your
Yeah,
daddy.
well, no. I just want to say
I
something
was
real
here
quick.
first.
Fuck you. I am the
It's not
towel
gonna
for
bring your
fucking
friend back.
censoring me in chat. You're a piece of shit, bitch ass.
Wow. Wow.
Hey, OTW. I'm not sure what you remember. This is not Paul's platform. This is not your platform. And people are invited to come and share perspectives and what they know to be true.
Psych. It's not really him. Psych.
But we
I
asked
scared you for a second, didn't I? I scared you.
Hey, Tom, a reminder. I saw that. That did get me for a moment. Dude, that's pretty good.
He's coping. Oh, no, that's him live. He's coping.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well,
nice hotel room, right?
Tom, a reminder for you, though, as well. Be civil and respectful. Your words reveal your character.
Indeed.
And for all of us, questions can be welcome, invited. And please share your fun with wisdom and your wisdom with fun. So, OTW, come on, brother.
Dude, I was just saying, I always type in all caps because I don't see very well. So I like to see what I'm typing. You get it? So I just do that. I've always done it. I don't give a fuck what I am the Tao tells me. I'm not going to stop typing in all caps. And if he's not fucking happy, I'll just stop typing in chat. So fuck him and fuck the rules. I don't give a fuck. I'll do what I want.
Well,
so
like
that's
I
it.
told Chris,
Hey, you backstage me if you want, Jack. I don't care.
OTW.
And I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything to anybody badly. I didn't fucking treat anybody badly in chat. I didn't treat.
You're pissing all over. You're not respecting me at all. Please chill out. I want you to recognize, with all politeness, the amount of selfishness you just demonstrated.
Fuck, I am the Tao.
Why do you behave like that?
Just fuck him.
Why?
I'm not being passive aggressive, at least, Jack. I'm telling him to his face he's a piece of shit.
Can I say something positive about
OTW,
I am the Tao?
Hold on. OTW, you need to accept responsibility for you and your behavior.
Did I do anything wrong, Jack?
Is selfishness and insults, negativity, is that
okay? From that point moving on, I agree with you. You're right. That's true. From that point where I was told, where I was censored from chat, I became fucking selfish. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. But because I did not deserve to be censored in chat because somebody's fucking trigger happy and power hungry in chat.
Very much
OTW, your assumptions created your anger. Okay,
No,
did you ask?
go back and review chat, Jack.
Hey,
You'll see.
OTW. Look, I'm here with the topic, and I'm offering peace, gratitude, and joy. You're ignoring what is offered and what's available, being made available here, and you found something to complain about, dude. What the fuck?
Complain. He
Yeah.
fucking.
Apparently, the truth confuses you. Okay. Yes, you were complaining. Yes, you may have an excuse. Yes, you can find reasons to complain, OTW, but please, I'm offering you, this is an opportunity, brother.
This
for
is like
whatever
talking to my
reason.
ex-wife, man.
No,
Maybe
it's
you
like
should listen
talking to
her.
you on your panel, OTW.
Well, I'm not sure who his ex-wife is, but if she spoke to him kindly and honestly,
Keith.
like I am,
Keith.
OTW, you should probably go back and maybe offer some apologies or listen to her. Hey, Steve, how you doing today, brother?
Hey, what's going on, Jack? Tommy. I just
Sup,
seen
dude?
OTW come through crying like a little fucking baby when he's sitting there letting Paul run his own channel. Paul and I got into it last week, and he was put my mute down or muting my mic and changing my volume, and he's going to complain about someone censoring him in chat like a little baby. So,
Jack
to
just came up in
OTW,
Paul's
Pat,
chat.
grow a penis out of that vagina that you got and get over it. God bless.
I'm about to
Hey,
tell
Steve.
every channel in our little neighborhood that, Steve, they're all getting it real slow. But Jack, people have been busting on you about quoting yourself. Whenever you just said, apparently the truth confuses you, quote yourself on that. Put that on the gram. Oh, here we are. We're live on Pauly. A little bit behind, but we're live.
Hey, no worries. Who
No,
cares?
never worried.
Oh, I know. Well, golly geez, man. Brothers and sisters, this is our life. I'm on here offering me, and you're witnessing my life. And
Please
it's
respect it. This is our life. Please
Yes.
respect it.
Right. This lack of respect that's shown to each other, right? This F you because I didn't like what I saw you do. F you, you're a blah, blah, blah. What the hell is that?
Yeah, I tend to keep mine toward not what I saw, but what you came at me with. I mean, it's been a year of me and Paul on that. Oh, the positive thing about I Am the Tao. If it wasn't for I Am the Tao, I would never have a good response to that guy's face. Like, that's whenever I feel good about seeing Paul's face when it's attached to I Am the Tao.
I'm actually a fan of I Am the Tao.
He's the reason there will be episodes of me member berries.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome, dude. OTW, dude, you're such holy cows. Oh my goodness.
So I was on OTWs one day when they were talking to Chaotic Truth, a very educated black man, and Paul wasn't even prompting OTW to backstage me when trying to converse with this black man, and he would just do it, assuming that's what his daddy wanted. And then add in how it went today. I have no respect for that dude. He's Canadian through and through.
Who do you not have respect for?
Low TW, and Paul took that from me because he says everybody takes his stuff.
Okay.
I dropped Low TW on y'all.
I missed. I got you.
I dropped Lauren De La Punta on you guys. Couple others I'm forgetting in the moment.
Hey, this is quite absurd. Vic Stang. Paul is the only reason this channel has any viewers. If you truly believe that, well, that may be No, that's not true
You had
because I
viewers
trust.
before you met him, didn't you?
Yeah, I had viewers before I met Paul, and I had
Yep.
consistency online before I met Paul, and I was encouraging others to improve before I met Paul, and I was encouraging people to recognize the oppression and the manipulation through the authorities before I met Paul. Paul has not you know what? Praise God. Paul is an
Praise God
example.
indeed.
What's that? Yes.
Said, praise
Yes.
God indeed. I don't like the way Moose is saying that around the streets right now. It's blasphemous, the tone he says it in.
Hey, I will offer this. This is a truth. Many people did discover me through Paul, but it's not Paul's doing that I have viewers. I do trust. Well, I know the words that I'm saying, and I know the concepts that I'm trying to share. I know how helpful and beneficial they could be for someone who's struggling, facing some challenges and darkness in their lives, maybe some losses, some uncertainties. I mean, those are the people I'm really trying to help. Paul's got it good and easy. I don't give a shit about him. I wish he
OTW
cared
ran
more.
over there.
Oh, good. Well, that's where he belongs.
Exactly.
He has done with Paul what Paul wants people to do. He got on his knees and found a daddy. It's so funny, man. It is so funny.
Yes, sir.
But brothers and sisters, regardless of how this happening has been discovered by each of us, we are the happening of this time together, all of us. When we're online, when we're offline, we are the happening of today. We are just these little particles of today's history, society. I know we can do better. I know there's some fucking insane people making choices each day that affect a lot of others. Like, these people are literally insane, pursuing evil and corruption and the insanity of selfishness that it's been conditioned and spread throughout the world. I mean, Americans have been brainwashed into believing our militaries are out there supporting and defending democracy, but that's a bunch of bullshit. Our brothers and sisters, the children of our neighbors, those serving in uniform in the military, they are serving a capitalist agenda. Capitalism does not mean democracy. It's not the same thing. And as a matter of fact, under the current structures of economics we've got, our government, the state authority, so to say, these state organizations exist to protect the profits and the debts of the nation. Okay, profits and debts are man-made concepts resulting from selfishness. We can overcome selfishness together. We can create a better future for everyone when humans stop lying to each other.
Paul doesn't look thrilled with my video. Hard Hat's still saying meth stuff about me, man.
Hey, this is funny. Amen, hippie chick. At some point, we will all answer for the things we have done. We will all come at some point to a day of judgment where we see ourselves clearly, or where.
And I would love to have a conversation with Hippie Chick sometime about why I use the N-word and why I do justify it and why it never gets directed at a black individual. She's coming around. I see her on different panels. She's coming around.
Hey, I've enjoyed the observations shared. You're welcome, guest. And yes, Paul, I've seen this. Paul, in the patterns of what a narcissist does, he sends his flying monkeys over. Go get that beta. How dare that beta get online? I own YouTube. I'm a big white gorilla. Fucking clown, dude.
Yep. And when they say nobody would see your channel without Paul, well, he's streaming you now, not doing his own thing. So maybe you're carrying Paul now.
Nah, you know what? The universe is creating the day. Each of us are living our own paths, and we are choosing what we want to do. This is what I want to do. Welcome, Flo. I mean, these are fun conversations, I think.
Thank you. I heard you start to throw up sometimes I wonder if you don't throw up your little communist bullshit as like a bat signal.
Yeah.
Well, I think the thing about socialism and communism is it's good if the individual chooses. When it's required of you or mandated on you, that's what makes it communism or socialism. But
Agreed.
the individual to do socialism, that's very Jesus-y in many respects.
And I totally agree. But I mean, communism isn't communism without the enforcement mechanism. You know what I mean? Like it might work on a family level, but it will never work nationally without coercion.
If you keep your kids in a padded room for 18 years, they were not model citizens. You just restrained them.
Correct.
Don't actually do that.
I would never.
Here's what I know. These isms, they're man-made concepts that we allow to define and divide us. And I think if we all admit it, we all want a better world. We all want each other to have safety and comfort, want to be able to, we want each other to have freedoms. And, I trust we all want for each other what each of us want.
Do you guys know the screen name Does It Matter?
Does it matter? No, I don't think so.
I've seen it.
Okay, you can now conjoin that along with Gorilla Gems. They're the same person. They're just too stupid to keep it hidden.
Tommy's watching these screeds all the time.
I would have made detective, man. I would have made detective. I don't have the desire to be a cop and a detective, but later in my life now, I see I very much would have made detective.
You can at least be a recreational stalker or something.
No, I'm a hoax war agent, mother effing servant of God, narrow path walking.
I can dig it.
Jack, it's a brand new day.
Well, yeah, I'm wondering how long do I tolerate some of these flying monkeys, and how long do I, or do I just block them and get them out of my life?
Yeah, no, not at all. I wasn't even paying attention. Who's
Tarek? He's Paul's newest big
lad. Yeah, he is from Ramadi, and that is rightfully the channel he should be on, because Paul's channel looks like Ramadi. Because in the army, Paul's in your backstage as we speak.
Yeah, I see him.
In the military, they have this saying, like if Flow State was in the military, walked in, his kids have the house tore apart, he'd be like, "This house looks like Ramadi," because that's how we left it. Yeah,
all
and
right.
Tarek
Thanks,
is a
Tom.
refugee.
Hey, Tom? Yep. Okay. Now, thank you. So, I don't like I don't like these definitions, okay? Because what I actually suggest and point out, what I learned is available for us is the designs and structures for a resource-based economy. The socialism, the capitalism, the communism, I want to move beyond everything that has been tried in the past, because everything that's been tried in the past has revolved around the banker's notes. And we can actually move beyond it pretty simply with the technology and logistics that's already available.
You know
It
what
could
the first
be
step is then? Do you remember when
eliminating
Jack,
secrets.
what's his name? Jack,
Fresco.
Venus, yeah, Fresco. He was starting a small scale Venus project in Florida. So
I know.
you need to get a chunk of land, have your
No.
energy, food, and
Tommy.
everything provided as
No.
you would.
Tommy. Okay. Welcome, Paul. How you doing, brother? Well, fabulous. You're welcome to join and participate, Paul. I just simply ask that we show each other respect.
Very challenging.
Well, it doesn't have to be. It's actually quite simple.
But
Life-
Jack, there's no power in respecting your fellow man. You want to be powerful, don't you?
Well, Tom, let's not poke and let's not jest. I mean,
No, we are mirroring.
actually, if we're going to mirror, Paul is presenting very calm, very stoic.
Oh, he's seething, Jack.
Very possibly. Well,
It's had a long morning of slandering my one true God.
hey, Tom, please do not, if you don't, limit yourself. I do not want this to be a place where everyone tries to engage Paul in an argument, okay?
I wish
don't
I
want
could say
everyone
that for
testing his
London
patience.
Man, Z, everywhere I've gone that he pursues me.
Anyway, so behind Tommy, though, is the other side of this, in my experience. Moose is in the background now as well. You sending Moose over to cause chaos and interrupt? I mean, that seems to be what I've experienced from you quite a bit in the past. And I don't know what you're doing today. I don't know where you're coming from. You here to participate and be polite, or are you here to mock me and put me in my place?
Greetings, brother. How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm fine. How are you, Moose? They're doing this the silently look at each other thing.
I'm wasting away over here. I've lost like 15 pounds in the last 2 weeks. Not doing too good. But this show's not about me. I just came up here to see, how you guys were doing. I saw you guys are all live at the same time. Everybody's in the same place, so I figured I'd be here.
Why are you wasting away?
Actually, hold on. I was just reminded of how you left here. Apparently, I'm some sort of faggot, if I remember right, Moose.
A lot of people are. A lot of people.
What a punk ass. What a fool. But anyway, so, my forgiving nature allows me to forget quite often. But the thing is right. And Moose has publicly and repeatedly disrespected me, just as you have, Paul. So I see you're playing a character today. I welcome I'm grateful for the calm. What is the agenda? What are you bringing today? The topic, as a reminder, peace, gratitude, and joy. You have any of those?
He's 5.
All right. Well, I don't need you just sitting there looking. So Paul, thanks for joining. I appreciate the calm presence that you offered, but it's quite apparent to me that this was another game. I mean, it kind of reminds me of the dumb game that Nubs played that time, way back when we sat here just real quiet so that he'd show how good he was. Hypocrites are hypocrites, man. Oh, hey, actually, this reminds me of something else. Holy cows, what a perfect opportunity.
For what?
An ode to Paul.
What?
An ode to Paul. Without communication, there is no relationship. Without respect, there is no love. Without trust, there is no reason to continue.
It's a breakup poem.
Well, I think
that doesn't rhyme.
I've received no trust from Paul. I've received no respect. Very little respect from Paul. And he brags about the absence of communication. So, Paul, is there any reason to continue? For me, not you. For me.
What makes you think that I can make a decision for you on what you do with your life, with your intentions?
You could present any facts that you think I should consider if you wanted there to be a reason, or if I wanted there to be a reason for you and I to continue.
I don't understand why you're like an emotional little girl. Why can't we just meet here and do fellowship every day and stop acting like a hoe?
Because you haven't let it, and listen to your hoe voice.
You just threw me in the back for sitting there silently.
Yep.
I can't even look straight ahead and be quiet without offending you and disrespecting you. Such a bitch.
Oh, that you think that's the reason. See, Paul, your conclusions are false, and your arrogance, your immediacy to offer blame shows your ignorance, Paul. And so I was simply asking you, can you point out any reason for you and I to continue? You couldn't, nor can I. So, Paul, I have no intentions to bring you back on my panel today, okay? So God bless you. I wish you the best for your show. And for those who tuned in to see Paul, you know where to find him. And head on over there, toss him some fiat or a little bone to show him what a good boy he is. His ego.
It seemed like he was about to start crying.
No. I used to have hope that he might have some sort of humanity and compassion for.
No, it wouldn't be that kind. It'd be rage and frustration crying. The like angry, the angry cry.
Well, the torment and narratives that he offers, I'm done.
You gotta wonder what narratives he offers himself though in private.
Well, Flo, this is what I trust. Hurt people hurt people. I used to be very sensitive and reactive and real, justified with my anger. But I was a total asshole to myself. I showed myself less respect than I showed others. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Paul's the same way, if he's pretty rough on himself inside. But then again, he publicly makes a lot of excuses too. So I don't know. I don't know what he's doing.
No, he's not as self-critical as you are. Guarantee it.
It's the honesty factor.
What do you mean?
The egoic place themselves above the truth as though they are the authority of truth, which is exactly what Paul does.
Right.
But that's insane. Okay. The ego is not above the truth. The ego is not above Paul's Paul's ego is not superior to you or me, Flo. You and I know that. A bunch of his fucking lackeys don't, but the ego thinks it's above others, and that is not true. What is true is each of us possesses the capacity to share truth and fiction. We can be accurate or exaggerated. I've committed myself to, I treat the truth like it is God. I try to, right? Each day I gather a lot of information, hear conversations, see people's behavior. I do my own thing. Each day more information is gathered. And so then I go within. What is the truth? What does this mean? What does this mean? Why do you think that happened? What is the truth? And when all you care about is what is true, you don't really have a lot to worry about, because it's either true or it's not. And if it's not true, it's not.
Except you do, though, still, I think, because then you run the risk of prioritizing truth over connections, and the truth, and that obsession can definitely get in the way of them.
Flo, thank you for bringing that balance. Thank you for bringing that reminder.
Well, I mean, I've done it. I've learned that one from experience.
You know what? That's part of what the ego will do too. It'll learn something, and then it'll place itself in a superiority, and it'll fuck up relationships. And Flo, you're right. The relationships and the connections are actually more important than what is true, because without the relationships and connections, you only have your own perception of truth.
Right, and it's hubristic to think that we're in a position to know every time what the truth is. And that, yeah, at some point you realize, like, ooh, I fucked up a relationship, and I was wrong. Sometimes.
Well,
I'm very rarely wrong, but
that is dangerous, because that was what I experienced too. And I bet that's why Paul behaves the way he does, is because he probably had a pattern of being accurate, and that accuracy builds some confidence, and confidence can quickly become arrogance.
I don't think so. Defensiveness becomes arrogance.
All right, God bless. You're right, Flo. You're right, because you're either confident or arrogant.
Yeah, they come from different sources, even though they might look the same at first glance.
Here, there's a debate. There's some discussion again, and I don't know what anyone says. As far as I'm concerned, Paul offered me no money, okay, which is fine. But what should be recognized, rather than defending Paul's, non-offer and non-sharing, non-contributing, rather than defend his selfishness, just recognize, in exchange for my time, my participation, my humility, I allow this guy to make a clown out of both of us. In exchange for my participation, and keep in mind how much time this guy has been making content of me and about me, he's offered me nothing but arguments, insults, and disagreements for weeks, months. I asked for it to change. He refused. He argued. He blamed. He insulted. I see him on his panel. A bunch of his viewers are feeding his ego, talking shit about me. Like my buddy Tarek, who keeps popping up here, man.
Was he backstage?
Paul's in the back.
Oh, I just put him back in timeout again.
Flo, thank you. Yes, respect. because Tark is like Paul. He's got this arrogance about him, wants to prove Jack is wrong, but there's no specificity, and it's an exaggerated statement. It's obviously untruthful. Jack, you are not accurate on many things. He's offered me no examples other than his opinion on Paul's leadership.
But even if he gave you examples, you know it's made in bad faith, so there's no point in entertaining it.
But this is the most important. But let's not put God with anything you are doing. Tarek, you are a fool. Okay? Because God is what is doing all things. You and Paul want to judge and, have these critical, insulting opinions of everyone. So why? Why do you do that, Tarek? Why do you do that, Paul? Oh, because you can continue living your dream of separation and superiority. I've been trying to wake people up to what is real. What is real is only right now. The past is done. So if you want to carry opinions and start blaming others, ruining other people's days because of what you learned of the past, that's unhealthy, guys. It really is. Brothers and sisters, we only live now. And so right now, if we allow ourselves to be whole, to be complete, to be set apart from the world, just for a moment, because when we're whole and we are complete, then we need nothing more. We need nothing less. And a state of needing nothing more, nothing less could be a state of perfection. And if you can find the perfection of the moment, the stillness of being, the joy of just being alive, brothers and sisters, that's how we're supposed to live. It's really that fucking simple. I mean, when in the future I am able to speak to people who have actually done things with their lives, some of these biologists and scientists, when I do, psychologists, sociologists, when I do finally speak to these people, I trust the science and evidence will support this, but admittedly, I've not done this. It sure appears to me, though, these bodies that we inhabit, the biology of the entity that we become, our minds and bodies were designed for good. Okay? Healthy things, natural things, peaceful things, joyful things. Our bodies are made for good. When we start contaminating our mind and our body with bad thoughts, insecurities, hate, all this darkness, when our mind starts to be consumed with this darkness, then we start consuming darkness in the media, more in our relationships, in our diet, in our activities. Brothers and sisters, when we stop making excuses, when we stop finding reasons to blame, finding reasons to be negative, when we stop looking for the negativity, we can find peace. I don't know what to do. I know when I talk, I put people to sleep. When Paul comes, we don't get to talk about important things, but he brings the entertainment, the content.
It's because I'm an interesting person and you guys aren't.
We all are very fascinating, Paul.
You're fascinating in your dysfunction, but you're not interesting. You're not entertaining. You're not informative.
Well, That is your description. And I know
What
there are many
fascinating qualities do you think that you have that people are entertained by?
I don't presume to know why folks are more entertained tenfold by me than they are by you and Talcott put together. You'd have to ask them.
If you had to level a guess.
Well, I'm a pretty good speaker. I have a checkered past history. I have a story that from literally the day of my birth is fairly interesting. If you looked into it, right? Just the whole thing.
I haven't. I think I know the headlines. Your mom died young or something, and you were raised with your dad. And
Nope.
No.
Nope. But it's cool. You don't care to know me or my experience. All you care to do is just bullshit about me. So just continue that.
I don't really care to know you that well. No, that's my fun.
Yeah, I know. You just care to talk about me and make videos about me.
I don't really even care to do that. They don't get any views.
Right. Because nobody cares what you think about me.
Literally the lowest ranking videos of the 10 they show you on the ranking was anything I made about you. None of my audience cares about you.
Right.
Flo, please, and Paul, can we have a conversation? I mean, I don't want this to turn into an insult Paul or insult Flo or insult Jack. Okay.
It's not
Paul,
about that.
You were sorry to interrupt. You were mentioning about you've got a very interesting story and a very interesting background, which I believe. Okay. It shows. I have a very interesting background as well, a different one. Many people do, though. So, Paul, when we get past the differences, we actually do have a lot of similarities, man. Especially in what our heart wants the world. We want a better
I never
world.
said that we didn't.
Correct. But unfortunately, your opinions of me have been a problem between us.
No, they've been a problem for you, not between us.
Well, the problem you offer to me with your opinions creates no us. And that's the whole point.
That's your decision.
Well, God, the divine reality, time and space brought us to share time and spaces together. Brother, the world needs some help, and you fucking know that. And I know you and me, could do a lot more than this entertainment and and battling egos.
Such as? You've been saying that for a year.
You and me used to be together.
Yeah. You've been saying the same things the whole time as well, Paul. And it's unfortunate. But, hey, you can keep being you and keep pretending that I'm not offering any solutions. I'm not offering any partnerships. I'm not offering any conversations. You can keep pretending to be ignorant and blaming me for what you doubt and what you don't believe to be true.
I'm not blaming you for anything.
Oh,
All I'm
right.
saying is I'm living my life, you're living yours. Why do they have to intersect? Why can't we just share space on a panel and speak our perspective?
Because you don't create any opportunity for me to be me. You think I'm
Have
some
you not
man,
been being you this whole time?
You think I'm some man who deserves to be insulted, disrespected.
Have I insulted you today?
Oh, yes, you have. And you
How did
threatened
I
to sue
insult you
people.
today?
I've heard you
speaking
threaten to
to
sue
him. Are you his
people in the last 2
girlfriend
days who
or
talked
his
shit about
attorney?
you.
Are you his girlfriend or his attorney?
Hey, Paul, who cares?
You're his girlfriend.
I was speaking to you. I was speaking to you and asked you a question, and he answered for you. Why are you okay with other men answering for you?
Because the truth is true. Regardless, if he speaks the truth and I agree, then it's
So
fucking
how
true.
did I insult
For
you
me.
today?
Hey, Paul.
No answer. More.
No.
I mean, we could go look at his stream. I have us here. I guarantee that there's insults in there. They never stop.
Flo, I know. This is my hesitance is here. Why should I fucking engage?
I don't know why you do, honestly.
Well,
I think that you're addicted to the drama
Flo,
too.
Flo, let me finish what I was saying, please. And then you can tell me why you agree that I shouldn't be doing this.
Okay.
What Paul is doing there is creating a narrative and expecting me to defend myself against his narrative. So he's accepted zero responsibility for any problems, right?
Right.
He wants to stay ignorant and have it proven to him. Why? Because he's an egoic, he's a borderline narcissist, but he's definitely egoic, trapped in his delusions, where he thinks he is superior.
That is narcissism. That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Snafu, how you doing, brother?
Mr. Snaps.
Hey guys, I wanted to just point something out. Paul's coming out here fucking with you, Talcott, and going back on his regular route. But Mr. Snafu, the guy who screams pogos, Mr. Paul just recently got doxxed by one of the main people that we've been exposing, and he really avoided that whole situation. Paul, I'm kind of curious. You kind of like backtracked and didn't want to talk about it, but you go after Jack. No, he goes straight after you, Jack. So, the question is why is he avoiding something that happened recently and going back to you when that has nothing to do? Like, it's narrative, like you said. That's all I'm pointing out. It's narrative.
I know. Thank you, brother. And I'm not deflecting and I'm not answering for Paul. If you questions for Paul can be dealt with Paul. I'm not going to speak.
No, I just pointed out
everybody's mind right now.
I just wanted to point out the fact that when he targets you, it's comfortable, it's easy, it's something he's used to. But when he actually got targeted and doxxed, and people are like, "So what's the deal?" He again. These are optics of him going to his safe zone, fucking with you, but staying off the real shit, the real people. So, Paul.
Hey, yes.
Snafu, may I?
Snafu,
Now
please.
listen,
Yes.
Jack, he literally came up here and he said, nobody cares about my story. They just want to slander me. That's all he does to all of us. He doesn't care about anybody's story. He just slanders us.
Right.
And Flow State, I would say he's definitely a narcissist borderlining on sociopath. Like Jack is too forgiving with it. And the one thing Jack and Paul can do nothing about is on Honor Able, we can all sit and look at the situation that was Talstock and say, no, Paul, no contract necessary. We see you owe that man. There's nothing either of them can say to deny that because we can see it. Honor Able, response able.
Hey, respect and thank you. And I do trust that when the veils of confusion settle or when it's lifted, more people will recognize the truth. And I don't,
Jack,
when they settle.
Hey, Gorilla Gem, does it matter? Get it, Gorilla Gem? Does it matter?
Okay, Tom, we got it.
Jack,
I don't think he got it.
The only thing I wanted to point out is think about it this way. If any of us pulled some shit like what happened with the guy who called Paul, he'd be up our asses. You guys found my number. You doxed me. You did this. Paul would fucking be all comfortable talking shit the way he talks, but put it on even more. Again, he goes back to you, Talcott, which is his normal bullshit of fucking with you and the others, and he avoids the real optics of something that happened to him. So I just want to say, this is a, what do you call it? A show, and he's used to his character.
Okay, yes, he's a man in denial. Okay, he plays a character, but he is a man, and he
Maybe.
demonstrates many patterns of denial, and it's common in this world. In Gorilla Gyms, I've considered this possibility. I do want to stop war. Paul and Wizard I've admitted this before. I've acknowledged that Paul and Wizard have allowed me to grow in my own emotional intelligence, in my own self-control, and my ability to try and stay peaceful in the face of.
Don't give them credit for it, though. Like,
Jack,
if
do
I
you
got,
also
if I get
understand that they
bullied,
made
no,
you
listen,
a joke
listen.
to their
If
fucking
I got
cult?
bullied, no, listen, Snapu. If I get bullied on the street and the shit kicked out of me until I learned to fight, my bullies weren't teachers.
Hey, here's another accurate truth, though, too. There may be exceptions, but these folks on panel are not helping.
Guys,
you guys are not.
Jack is
Tommy,
displaying his
Snafu.
victim status. He
How
wants
are we
to
not
take
helping? We're telling you
the
to
weight off
respect
of
yourself
his
more.
assaulter.
Paul
Respect
is right
yourself more
here.
than even Paul. Like, you know,
Okay,
respect
so
yourself.
You want to tell me what to do, Snafu. So you want to tell me what to do is your way of helping create peace. Your way of helping resolve conflicts is to tell me what to do, Snafu. Go check yourself, my brother.
Here's what the real
Before what?
conundrum is. Here's what I think is the issue for me personally when I look at this. Paul is just Paul. How do you take 130 people that say he can do no wrong, and it's easier to fool those people than to show them they're fooled?
Everyone is
Good point.
At some point. And what everyone is going to learn is, well, I believe sometime soon everyone will learn what is real, and they will recognize that the only reality, the only thing that is real is now.
I thought you were pointing at yourself.
No, it's right now. Now is the only thing that's real. So all of these judging each other for results and all these bullshit standards that people want to come around and, you know, bring up into the present. Who cares? Shit has happened in the past. Let's figure it out, get it right, and move forward.
But just do it without him, because that's what I told you before we got heated yesterday is, dude, he's a narcissist. The only thing you can do with narcissists are cut them off.
Let me shift gears and see what you guys think about this conspiracy theory I'm cooking that Wizard is actually O'Shea's dad.
O'Shea is too old. And it's
Is
sad.
he?
He's too old to be living out of his car, too old to be in court for traffic shit, too old to be gambling his money away. He's lost. I can't help him.
Guys.
He's 56 years old saying he ain't scared to go to jail. Maybe he's
O'Shea's
excited for the
56?
road.
I mean, can we, guys, what can we do? I'm sick of these
Move on
panels
to who
being
you can
around.
help.
What?
Move on to who you can
Well,
help.
And hey, and actually, this is something true. I mean, honestly, are you guys here to help me succeed or just kind of hang out? I mean, I believe it's a combination of both, but
Definitely a combination of both. And
Are you asking us?
I think so. I started
Well,
answering it.
guys, as a man who has the goal of peace, the only thing I've been searching for in my private life, my social life, my professional life, my employment, the only thing I've been searching for an awful long time is for someone willing to join me to help confront someone who's very disagreeable with me. Now that could be Tommy, could be Paul.
To help you confront somebody who's disagreeable with you?
Well,
that's all we fucking do, Jack. Are you kidding?
Salty Siren, I'm 43.
I guess-
Oshia is very much 56. You've
Well,
broken
see,
her.
there's what Tommy does. Tommy deflects and interrupts.
Sorry,
and
I was up in the chat. I'm
he
sorry.
right. And many people have confronted Paul, and that's not when I'm talking about support, I'm talking about helping achieve a dialogue, right? Helping point out that Paul, you can come down, you can chill out, you know.
No, you can't.
I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to help.
Go
Nobody
back
wants to help you
thinking
do
can
something that's
save
pointless.
Paul. No, stop this constant redirecting back
Right.
to wait. I got to go back for Paul. No, you
Right.
let him.
All right.
I mean, Tommy has a point. You're saying you want people to help you
no,
keep water inside of a laundry basket.
Actually, I'm about to continue this without, because I'm sick and tired of everyone offering me excuses instead of even trying. So this is the world we live in, brothers and sisters, excuses and blame.
Good job, Jack. You finally got the broken beta boys who are using you out from around you. Now maybe we can move forward. We don't have
When
to.
are you going to do that? When are you going to get the broken beta boys who are just using you to stop?
I don't
hanging
need
around
them. I don't
you?
care what they do around me. I don't need them. I don't care.
Why don't you care?
Because it's an open panel. People can get around me, but I don't use them, and I don't let them use me. And
You
I've
do
said-
use them. You've
For what?
used me.
What do I use?
Content. Paul, you say it all the time that you take the people that show up and you use them as
I
content.
don't understand.
You
Are you not are you not subject to be used as content if you become part of an open panel? Isn't that the game? Isn't that the role?
I think you're missing the point. If your purpose is just to make content, sure, you'll allow all the beta boys and all the people who want to
Why
complain.
do I have to
sit
have
around and
one
hang out with
purpose?
you.
Why do I have to have one fucking purpose at all times?
That's an argument that you created. I didn't state that.
Okay, so I'm doing many things here in my mind. One
Yeah.
of them is making content out of the insanity that ensues here regularly.
Right.
For that,
Right. Well, I've asked and I've wondered, why don't you change that? Why don't you seek and have more productive and healthy conversations rather than the same
could you
stuff?
give me an example? You mean
Well-
what you guys have been doing here for the past months now, talking about me almost every day, every other day? Is that what you mean by productive
That's
conversation?
actually, Paul, that's a misrepresentation and
Yelling out, let's end wars and
mischaracterization.
legal secrets? Where's the productivity exactly?
Well, Paul, where's your participation? Where is your responsibility in what you've witnessed? And you want to say, I'm just wasting time talking
You're
about you.
saying it
Where's
about
your
me.
responsibility, Paul?
You're telling me I'm not productive and have no results.
am.
I'm asking you if that's true about me. What does it speak to about you?
Why? Where's the fucking relevance? See, chill out, please.
So we're going to have double and triple standards here, where you say
No,
something's true about me,
no,
which then makes it
no.
infinitely more true about you.
Paul, please stop. You're building yourself
Right,
up in this.
right. You may want to get Host State and Tommy and all the other
Let's-
broken haters
no.
back in here to agree with you implicitly and make you feel better.
Bullshit, Paul. That is exactly what you do, man.
Okay.
Everything you've seriously got.
Hey,
to
I'm gonna
back
go.
up to your
Okay,
words,
you're a
'cause
fucking
you-
waste of time, and you're a loser failure, and you can't even.
Okay, I'm not going to continue that. God bless you, Paul. You can continue your bitterness and your ignorance on your own, Paul. And I do not mean to offend anyone. Flo, I trust you can understand. Gorilla Gems, I have been trying to have a conversation. Convince your fucking media god, convince your daddy to chill out and have a conversation. He's so convinced and wants everyone out there, he wants everyone to believe like him that he's the only one who knows the truth and you got to drive without a license or you're not a man. Even though he fucking look at him, dude. He's a punk. Oh, I want to insult so much. Oh, I just want to just let it out. Oh, I want to be like Paul sometimes, man. No, I don't. That's fucking bitter. Oh, it's so sad, so toxic. Oh, man. The delusions, the self glorification, constantly having to repeat oneself just so, the same narrative is believed. It's just fascinating. No, I do not wish to be like Paul. I did feel that darkness rise up in me. I do want to insult that little punk, that man without respect, who shows no honor, has no admiration for anything. We should all pray for Paul. We should all pray for all of those in our world. And optics, maybe it was denial, maybe it was just refusal, maybe it was lack of care, because maybe it views it as irrelevant. Not everyone thinks what you think is important is important. I mean, that applies to all of us. We may find certain standards, certain things as important. Doesn't mean they are. That's all subjective. And as far as the prayers, I said we should pray for Paul. We should pray for us all. My prayer today, my honest prayer today. Yeah, there's the man of God. Should show that again. Feel free. There you go. Yeah, as I'm talking about prayers and God. So my prayer for each day is
But you're
that
full of shit. That's the thing.
may God
You're not a godly man. You're a bullshit.
Please open the minds and soften the hearts of those who I know. Paul Unslaved is one who I've particularly prayed for. May his mind open and his heart soften so that he could find more gratitude, more joy in his life. And as he comes on to serve all of those who support, maybe he can offer you guys some encouragement, some inspiration. I mean, I know content and arguing and, well, it's, guys, it's bread and circus. This nonsense of, hey, Julian, yes, results do matter. Why? Results are an indicator. Are they the absolute indicator of progress or of success? No, it depends on the time. It depends on the context. Results are information. I've talked about this before. Selfish bosses seek results because results indicate rewards and punishments. Bosses, this selfish nonsense of, greed, rewards, and punishments. Brothers and sisters, the twist on words creates the different perception and the different meanings. And so results do matter. Why? It's an indicator. It's information. And so the information is available, but Paul, God bless you, man. Thank you. Brothers and sisters, those who have joined, and I don't know, what do I...
That's the line sorry, I was talking to my audience. You don't realize that, like, we can tell that you what's going on inside of you? You think no one can tell what goes on inside of you?
You think...
We watch you go like this. Brothers and sisters, you like start a whole bullshit rap every time you don't know what the fuck you're going to say and where you're going. And it always starts with brothers and sisters. You're like the perfect politician.
What is
you're
your
like a
point?
white Obama.
Okay, you found something new to complain about.
Yeah, brothers and sisters. Do you really think we believe you see us as brothers and sisters? You don't. And we know it. So stop
Well,
bullshitting all of us.
No. Okay. So you came to a conclusion. You present no facts to support your conclusion, but then you want to insult me because of the conclusion you came to. Now, when I say brothers and sisters, have you not? You remember what did I do during my time at the Postal Service? Brothers and sisters related. Remember my decade and a half union experience I've talked about?
Yeah, you
The
bullshitted
brothers.
for a decade and a half till they realized you were an insane person. Great
No,
job.
that's not accurate. I know you've presented
What
that.
did you actually do there?
Hey, Paul.
Bullshitted other people about what needed to
Look,
change till they figured out you were
no.
incompetent. Right.
No, that's actually Paul. See, you
Have you ever actually done
look at
anything
your
or changed
behavior.
anything?
Holy shit, dude.
Have you ever
Holy
gone past your
shit.
comfort zone? Have you ever
Yes.
changed someone else's life for the
Yes.
positive instead of your whole
Yes.
family that you've made
Yes.
negative in their
No, that's
experience?
an untruth. I've actually helped improve the lives of many, many people.
Why
I
have
know
you
that
said no
for a
one will
fact.
listen to you and let you life coach them then if you've
Well,
changed people?
Paul, look how you treat me. You've
You're a
encouraged me
liar.
others. No, you've assumed that, and you've come
No,
to
we've
that
caught you in lies
conclusion.
over and over again.
That is untrue. Wizard has said Wizard and others have claimed I've lied.
Why have
but
you
no
not
one-
stopped the others recently from saying I owe you money? Why are you not putting a stop to it? You're letting
Paul,
it go on and on.
Again, Paul,
Because you're a bad faith. Because you're a bad faith money.
I'm going to answer your question since you raised the question, Paul. The reason I haven't stopped people from saying things is because just like you, Paul, you do not control others. I don't control other people. So, Paul, what I have done, Paul, is I've repeatedly offered the truth that Paul made no offers to me that I can recall. Now, maybe you did, maybe you didn't.
What was the
I
second
don't
thing you
care.
said?
Which part? I'm sorry.
That I was money hungry, greedy, and selfish, and I wasn't a giving man like you and everyone else because I didn't give away what the fuck I've earned.
Okay. What others have
Right, so-
generously shared with you. See, this is the egoic, the selfish. I've earned this. I've earned this. I've earned Jack's reputation. I've earned Flo's reputation. I've earned the right to throw everyone's reputation out the window. Paul, you haven't earned shit. You've taken. People have been kind and generous, and you offer false gratitude. I mean, you do. I think you do offer gratitude when you receive the contributions, the people who enable your ignorance and your excuse of content. Yes, you get paid to be a character, but Paul, you don't bring value into my life. And you want to go into the past? I didn't go to jail, but I spent my life serving and leading others. Now, according
No,
to
you
rules,
haven't.
you don't. How would you know? You don't know.
You don't know
me.
what that means.
Okay, I'm done with you. Good night, Paul. I know what far more means than many others do. Why? What? I tell you what I know the most of, I know peace. I know gratitude. I know joy. I know faith. I imagine, I spend a lot of time, admittedly, I spend a lot of time imagining God's love. Finding the way that God has expressed love to not just me, to humanity, but then looking at ways God has shown love to me, for me. I mean, brothers and sisters, I've admitted this openly. And so please, we're going to change from the nonsense, egoic stuff, and we're going to get back to value just for a little bit, please. I mean, I've spoken honestly about my past where I created my own misery through my self-abuse, my self-sabotage, dumb habits, drinking, gambling, porn. I lusted in the world for distraction, for temporary happiness. I did not understand peace. I did not understand inner peace or the value of being. I didn't understand the value of being. I'll stop there. But over the past several years, I have devoted myself to trying to understand and trying to build my relationship with God. And I encourage you, find your way to establish your own relationship with God, with the truth, with that which is real, that which is the force of creation, that which is unknown. Julian, where did I lead others? Well, I didn't reach leadership level, although I trained for leadership according to the military rules. Then in the United States Postal Service, I did grow into, I was proud of my achievements. I grew into a union leader. Started out as a shop steward, just simply being eyes and ears, helping enforce the contract, the written agreement there in the workplace, trying to stand up for fellow workers towards the bosses, make sure that the rules were applied fairly, equitably, responsibly. And after a short time of being a shop steward, I became an elected officer, and I was reelected. I think I was an officer for 14 years or so, president for over 8 years of not a real large local, but I was a leader. I grew into leader. I admired those who were leaders. I learned from those who were leaders, and I tried to build myself into one. And then as I was studying to prepare myself for the visit to Washington, D.C. back in 2018, I had just discovered mindfulness and the concepts of meditation for myself, and I understood the value of what I was discovering. I wanted to bring those concepts of paying attention to the thoughts, right? Turns out it's all been ancient wisdom, but in the beginning, maybe a little Dunning-Kruger effect. I felt empowered, like I could change the world by what I had learned already. So when I flew to Washington, D.C. to meet with postal executives, trying for a job promotion, I started studying marketing. Marketing is really sociology, psychology. I started studying human behavior even more. So in my studies of self-development, psychology, the Jungian theories of incorporating the shadow, Nietzsche's ideas of becoming the Uberman, then you bring the spiritual ideas of seeking peace as the Buddha mind, or following the way of the Christ. All of those things are true. The purpose of our life is peace, gratitude, and joy. We've got a new face. Welcome, Tom R. Haven't seen you before. Are you there? I think you're doing something.
Having an audio problem. Sorry.
Okay. Should I continue, or what do you? I'm not sure what's going on. All right, here, I'm gonna let you figure it out. Drop me in the private, I guess, when you're ready. Some questions. Where did I lead others? I led others to better work environments where I was at, and before I got into all this trouble with the law enforcement and crap, all the managers. I was growing in the community as well. I was pursuing more activity in the local labor council. After the job and all that stuff changed, I got involved with Veterans for Peace, many other organizations around here. Whoa, I didn't mean that one. Small in stature, I'm asked. What's up? Got a lag here. I may wrap this up pretty quick. Mr. Talcott, are you a man who is considered small in stature? I don't know. I believe I'm not very big. I'm only like 5'8", about a buck 50. So I don't know. Brothers and sisters, the point I wanted to offer today, and we are coming up on 2 hours. I think that may be sufficient. And let me come back to this too. Jackie Talcott, God bless you. Thank you. I love you with all my heart, brother. It is a mutual, but there was another question. What have you done for society lately? It depends on how you look at it. I feel like I've been failing, honestly. And I don't understand what to do in order to change. I know this world has a lot of problems, and I know there's a lot of people that are searching for help. I keep offering my help to people who I think would want some help, who I think could benefit from a little support, encouragement, clarity. What am I doing for society? When I leave home, I go out with mind and heart to serve. I interact with anyone, honestly, who comes into my life. Most times it's either brief interactions with cashiers or, the homeless people usually have time to talk to me. So sometimes I talk to them. I offer my business cards and my free support for anyone who wants to try and see, do I have any skills as a life coach on a personal level? Regardless what you think of how I do on here, I truly trust and believe that anyone who wants to learn from me, but it applies to all of us. If any of us want to learn from someone else, we can. If we see they've got something we want to learn, we'll learn it. But if you think you're above that other person, that they've got nothing to offer you, yep, that ego is gonna keep you stupid, because it does. Brothers and sisters, this body is created to seek and know good. That which is good is God, and God is good. There is good to be found and known. And that which is good is truthful. The truth is it's available. It's freely shared. Truth doesn't have to be fought for either. This is something I've been learning in my own personal experience. Fighting for truth against these slanderous accusations. Yeah, it's entertainment, it's content. You get angry, caught out. What's it accomplished? Fighting for the truth against Paul has certainly not served me. It's become an irritation and been quite unpleasant. So if I just allow the truth to be true, which I do, I stand confidently in the truth with peace. I have no peace with what is true. I have no conflicts with that which is true, because I know that which is true is revealed for me, through me. And so, brothers and sisters, find time for you each day. Set aside 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, start whatever works for you. And when you first start settling into meditation to the purpose of trying to find peace, gratitude, and joy, as you start doing that, I think it's pretty common to get self-judgment, right? Just wasting time doing nothing, blah blah blah. A lot of reminders, things that need to happen. Lots of things will happen when you try to change your patterns. Rodney, this is absurd. Jack, can you recall one lie that Paul has told? Just one. Paul has said, I'm going to answer generically, but there are many specific examples. Okay. And if you go back and look to see how does Paul know that? Right? Because Paul has made a lot of claims about my ex-wife, about my son. Paul has stated a lot of things about these people do this, or Jack does this because of that. Paul has lied about Jack on many different occasions, calling Jack a liar, a loser, controlled by demons, all sorts of insane stuff that Paul brings forth from within himself. So, Rodney, I would question more so. Let's go back and find what Paul has said honestly in an encouraging fashion. What has Paul said truthfully about me? Because I guarantee this. I'm apprehensive to ask that question to one of the members of the Paul Does No Wrong groupie society. This is fascinating. But you know what, brothers and sisters, this is the truth. Paul is a master gaslighter. He is an excellent manipulator. I know. I've said before that I have seen my abilities to be manipulative, but I have no agendas whatsoever. I'm not trying to put Paul down below me or place myself above anybody. I'm trying to raise us all up, brothers and sisters. And I don't know why Paul and Moose and many of these other clowns feel the need to try and put a man like me down. I really don't. I honestly think they're pretty foolish, especially with what I say about God, unconditional love, self-respect, gratitude, joy. This is absurd, brothers and sisters, and you guys are a part of the happening that is. So today, brothers and sisters, has been about 2 hours of information of Jack's life and some other participants in my life. For those who paid attention, thank you. I honestly appreciate, respect, and value you. And if you tune in later as well, respect. You guys are just... Why do you want to believe I'm a liar? Phoenix, Joshua Fox, why do you want to believe I am a liar? Why do you want to believe I'm a liar, Jackie Talcott? How many clients have I had so far? I have been honest. I have had 0. Okay? I've invited people and I've offered my time and attention freely because I'm a man who cares about others. And you fools, really, Rodney, I'm about to start banning people, honestly. This is just, hey, Flo, thank you. God bless you. And don't judge me. God bless you. Thank you. You guys are fucking fools, man. We live in a world of confusion. It's egoic confusion prompted by the conditioning of arrogance. Arrogant people. They're fucking fools. I've learned how to humble myself to the truth, to what is real. I've learned how to stop placing myself above others with the purpose of trying to resolve disagreements, trying to share understandings. Why? Because I feel at peace. I feel extremely grateful for the gift of life. And why no one has seemed to have any interest in discussing truly solutions. What can we do to help improve each other's lives? Does anyone care? What can we do to help improve the lives of maybe people we don't know? Am I the only one who cares? I know I'm not the only one who cares to end wars. So why do I spend my days ignored and mocked because I don't have results? Okay? Everyone wants to assume and fight for what is assumed rather than take a chance and learn about what is true. So, brothers and sisters, yeah, I've said this before. I believe 90 minutes, if someone spent 90 minutes with me for the purpose of trying to know what I know and what I am trying to explain, if someone spent 90 minutes with me of the purpose, with the purpose, shared purpose of transforming their own life, I would charge nothing. I would appreciate the opportunity. And I would honestly bet that if someone came to me with an open mind, a softened heart, with the intent and the desire to change, I truly believe miracles can be revealed, shared, and known. But without trust, all there is separation. All there is arrogance and blah, blah, blah. Content, according to the fools that I've encountered here online. So, brothers and sisters, I do love you all. I appreciate all who joined in. And does Moose still have a wrench? It will be gone. Yes. Thank you, Flo. Hey, God bless for everyone. Choose love, peace for everyone, and live without fear. God bless you and thank you.